Hey YouTube, it's me again. Welcome back to Victim's Voice. This is episode 2. Um, I guess I should say that I would need a little help. I didn't think I'd ever have to admit that, but I need a little help from you guys. From anyone that sees this video and agrees with me. I need a little help. Um, in Oklahoma, nobody cares. I've seen people get run down on bikes. I've seen people try and hit people. I've almost gotten hit because people just don't care. At school, people don't care. You get pushed downstairs. Oh, well, we'll just leave him there. We'll see if he gets up, or they laugh at you. And that's what happens when bullies take over a state. Nobody cares, and I'd rather not that happen. I'd rather have that not happen to other states because it's not very fun. It kind of sucks. I mean, really. Because if you really think about it, if one person, one person bullies another person, that makes two people, and he turns around to bully people, that's two. Same thing happens to two more people, that's four. And it just keeps going and going and going until it's everybody. I'm the only one pretty much in my school that didn't bully other people. Me and three other people, maybe four. But we don't bully people because we know what it's like. I mean, I've had raw sewage dumped on me. It's on my way to school, in elementary school. I walked to school in freezing clothes. Got to school, my clothes were frozen. And the principal doesn't care. The principal told me to turn around, go home, change my clothes. Um, Also, there are kids bullying people on the streets. There are more kids who rob other kids than adults who get robbed. Kids steal other kids' bikes, iPods, doesn't matter. I've had 2 phones stolen from me at school out of my pocket because kids don't care. They don't. And if you really think about it, I don't think anybody cares. You tell an adult and they tell you, oh, I didn't see it, I can't do anything. You tell a teacher and they say, oh, I didn't see it, I can't do anything. You tell your parents most of the time, they'll say, oh, well, deal with it. See, my mom, I got arrested last October because some kid pushed me in school and I decked him. Now, I'm a pacifist. I don't like to fight. That's why I started this. I don't want people to have to do this, to have to fight, to survive in school. It's school, not prison. Although I bet prison has better food. But see, that's the difference. That's all. Um but yeah, I got into a fight. I got arrested. My mom pulled me out of school because she said she was tired of it. For I think it's like 7 years. I've lived in Oklahoma and gone to school here. 7, I think, somewhere in between 7 and 10. I'm not completely sure. Memory's not the best sometimes. But I lived here, and from day one I've been bullied. It's not fun. Um, Also, I just recently kids started killing themselves. I mean, it's been around forever. Everybody, a lot of kids have done it, but just recently in the state, several kids have killed themselves or been accidentally killed. I mean, that one kid who was just walking down the street and the guy shot him. I mean, really, what's up with that? He didn't do anything. Was it racism? Was it an act of just a random act of violence? No. I think it really kind of was racism, but it was racism. Racism is just another form of bullying if you really think about it. And honestly, I still don't find how that, why someone would do that. I mean, that's just like stupid. That's it's like shooting a bird. It's not doing anything. Or squishing a spider. You shouldn't squish a spider. It's not like it's gonna hurt you. You leave it alone, it'll leave you alone. But some people just can't leave it alone, and that happens. People die, whether they take their own lives or someone else takes their life. It happens, and it's not fun to see. It's not fun to hear about. It's not fun to have happen to one of your friends, or one of your favorite teachers, or a family member. It's not fun. I started Victim's Voice as a Facebook page to try and stop that. A week later, I found out that kid died at that church, and a little piece of me died inside. It felt like a little piece of me was getting put in the ground with that kid. Every time I turn on the news and I hear about it, it happens again. Someone else has died. Someone else has taken their own life or has their life taken by another bully in some form or way. And a little piece of me dies. I mean, I've been taken to the brink and back. The brink of destruction. I've almost taken my life more times than I can count. I brought myself back because I told myself, I've got family and friends who love me and need me. And if I do this, then I don't lose, they lose. I came back, but I don't even leave my house very often. Look. This is my sanctuary. This is where I sit, and I just sit on my computer all day. That's my sanctuary. I don't leave my house unless I absolutely have to. And for that, I mean, some people just think I'm crazy. Probably am. But still, you don't let someone boss you like that. You don't let someone control your life like that. I let one person bully me, and before I knew it, everybody did it. And you know what happened? I became a really bad shut-in. I'm afraid to leave my house. I don't even ask questions for fear of rejection. Just a simple no. I have horrible self-esteem. I tell myself I'm ugly every day. I hate my long hair, but I keep it because I gave my grandmother my word. But it's horrible to have to go through it, and I really wish no one else had to. But unfortunately, people do. And eventually, hopefully, we can stop it. But, here's the hope. And I mean, hold on. I mean, I actually have a picture on my phone of suicide rates from 2004 to 2008, I believe. From '04 to '08. Hold on. Let's see. No, you can't see. Look. See this is why the blue ones are the suicide, the red ones are homicide. This is '04. That's '08. It just increases and increases and increases. I mean, by the end of 2008, by the end of the year, 578 kids had killed themselves. There were only 249 deaths, 249 homicides, and this is just Oklahoma rates. Just Oklahoma, where I live. In 2004, 516 killed themselves. Only 252 were murdered. In 2005, 534 took their own lives. Only 247 were murdered. 2006, 544 took their lives. Only 250's life were taken. In 2007, 539 people took their own lives. Only 268 people died that year from homicide. And it's a very low rate that year. It's pretty low. But but sorry. Um but the next year it took its toll. The next year 578 people took their own lives and 249 people were murdered. I find this atrocity that we call life, I find people repulsive sometimes. It just amazes me to what people can do. I mean, in just Oklahoma alone, people were pushed to that point where they thought they had only one way out, and that's it's just not right. No matter how you look at it, if you think about it, if you really think about it, that's just Oklahoma. Oklahoma is not that big. It's a pretty big state, but not that big. Now, we don't have a lot of people. Take it to somewhere. Take your mind to somewhere like New York or California. You never know. I mean, my statistic of 500 kids per year is kind of old, so it may be more. Um, I mean, Alaska, not a lot of people live, so. But take it to a more populated area. Uh, New York, California, Washington, Washington D.C. I mean, anywhere, Las Vegas. Just find one place in the United States, look up their suicide rates. I bet they're outrageous. This is why I want to stop the bullying. This is why you want to stop it, because if this doesn't stop, we're gonna wind up with a lot more dead bodies from self-inflicted wounds and a lot more homicides. We're gonna wind up with a whole lot of self-dead people, and it's not gonna be fun because you never know who it is. If you see someone who's sad, go talk to them. Try and cheer them up. If they're your friends, family, or one of your friends' friends, try and cheer them up, because if you don't know. You may turn on the news the next day or flip on your computer screen and they'll be front page. Child dead from suicide after being bullied. It happens. It's happened to me. I've lost friends that way. It's not fun. Just remember this. Remember that if you don't think it would be fun for it to happen to you, try to help other people and don't do it.